Hello guys, and welcome to some more Forza Motorsport action. I am here today in the S7, absolute beast of a car. Doesn't handle too well though, so I'm going to bring you to my first race around Prague. Now, I didn't let everyone go past me at the start, which is going to be a bit of a mistake here, is it? It normally is. You know what, turn one hasn't gone too bad so far. But just get collected. I don't know if that was my fault or not really. I think the car in front of me turned over into my line, to be honest. But look at that absolute mayhem in the tunnel. So we've made it through. We're still in 13th. I think we did drop down to about 18th there. Not actually sure. I wasn't paying attention to my position. Just going to give the GT40 a little nudge at up the back end. Now this car is very straight line speed orientated, which made coming through at this chicane for the first time in this car a bit of a nightmare. And I'm just going to clip the tyre wall. Luckily everyone manages to avoid me, but the Lotus did spin out, probably because of me. So we're still in 12th though, despite what happened in the Tunnel of Doom and the tyre wall. So coming across the line to lap number 2. Now, this was literally my first race in this car, so I was still getting used to the handling. It did feel very weird. It kind of oversteered under braking. I know, it was a bit odd, but then understeered when you were turning with the power down, and then oversteered when you put too much. I don't know, it was so hard to get used to, but we did manage it eventually. It kind of felt like it was like twisting, it was like twisting open a bottle of water or something. I don't know, really hard to explain. So we've done the chicane a little better this time. Well, double chicane is it? I don't know what to call it. Call it a double chicane. We have made almost a rather tidy move on whatever that car is. Is it a Triumph? I'm not sure, but he's got the cutback on me. But we do have the straight line speed here, but he's probably going to have the brakes and the handling. I haven't done this track too many times. I'm still not too familiar with braking points and not too sure on the line. And before anyone suggests it, no, I'm not going to put the driving line on. That is for noobs. So we've got a guy up ahead of us here, only 300 feet away. See what we can do to reel him in a bit. Now I did find the best way to take this chicane was just to chuck it in the first corner, pretty much sideways, and that guy just ghosted out in time. So we're up into 9th without too much drama of getting here really. The past 2 laps have been pretty clean sailing. Crossing the line for lap number 4. The guy up ahead is 500 feet away. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do to reel him in. He's taking quite a weird line through, but I didn't take a particularly good line either. But we have caught up massively on the back of, what's his name, Goat TM. Yeah, Goat or something, I don't know. So we are slowly reeling him in, but the S's are coming up, and after this bridge there really isn't much of a, well, this isn't an overtaking area, that's for sure. I'm starting to hook this up nicely now though. Oh, we have carnage. Goat has gone wide into the tyre wall, and we have got 2 more positions here. Just got another one for free. Now what have we got? Ford GT up ahead of us. 1 more lap to reel him in. Can we do it? That's the question. 1 lap remaining of Prague short here. So just trying to figure out where I'm going with my line. I'm completely missing that apex there. And the GT is into the wall. and spinning to the left of the track, and I am round, and that's all that happened in that race. So we're going to skip to the end and come across the line for a very tidy 5th. My lap times were pretty off. There was one guy, he was in the Elise though, very good handling car. 3 seconds off the pace in that race. So Suzuka short again, sorry, not again, but a short circuit again. I'm going to go straight into the back of, sorry I didn't see what that car was, Audi I think. So there's only 12 people in this lobby. Look at all the smoke around here. Into turn 2. Now we're up the inside of one guy. There's carnage there, and I've gone from P11 to P5 within 2 turns. Just from, you know, not getting involved in the crashing. Looking up the outside of the RX-7, and he doesn't want to give me the space. He's turning it into a drift session, so I'm going to go up the inside of Ken Block. Now, coming into the final corner, this really wasn't a good car for this track. This car, I just really wasn't a huge fan of the handling. It was just so slow at turning in. I think the tune's by Raceboy though, if you want to give it a try. It was very good in a straight line. So it probably quite a good car for tracks like maybe Watkins Glen. I know Watkins Glen does have a lot of turns, but it also has a lot of straights. The turns aren't too bad on Watkins Glen. Definitely Monza I'd whip this car out for. So we're closing in on Fly Chaser. Where do people get these names? I know I've got a stupid name, but there is a reason for it. We are closing in. I can only assume that the guy at the front of the pack of this race was in something like an aerial atom, because he did start to pull away big time, and he, you know, aerial atom's gonna handle this car like a beauty. Sorry, this track. Or a back mono, I suppose. So getting on the brakes early for turn 1. Brakes weren't too great in this car, but not too bad. I'm going to do a video tomorrow on the Lotus Exige S, and that car is an all-round beast. Well, I think I'll do that video tomorrow. I might do it the day after. Alright, so on lap number 3 here. Still slowly reeling in the 2 cars ahead. Oh, and yeah, is that a back mono in front of the Ford GT40 that I see? It is, and it doesn't seem to be taking the S's very fast at all. So coming to the end of lap number 3 here, Fly Chaser is all over the grass, not getting a very good run out of the final turn. So at the start of lap number 4 here, we are still about the same distance away from the guys ahead, but they're going to start battling, which is going to slow them down and give me the chance to catch up a bit here. So I should be able to capitalise, or, you know, this is Forza, one of them could get punted off the track. That's actually the more likely thing to happen. But it does, to be honest, look like they're keeping some clean racing going on here. This is quite extraordinary for Forza 7. Ford GT40 just cutting the corner there. So, oh, Ford GT is off the track, almost collects me with him. He goes spinning off, so he's out the race. At the end of the last turn as well, the back mono was getting a little skew-if on the exit. We've got a back marker. How's this going to play out? Is it a back marker? I can't tell. Yes, it is. P11 here in the NSX. Just going to drive himself off the track. Thank you very much for that, mate. You've made my day a lot easier. I will be able to keep my sanity with you not blocking me. So, we've got almost one more lap and one more turn left to go. What are we going to do about this back mono here? We have pulled up right behind him. X-Grax. Another odd name. Oh, sorry, I was just reading the name of the person behind me. I thought it said Thai Girls, but it's not. Don't get too excited. Well, Thai Girls, it could possibly be a lady boy as well. Can't get too excited about that either. So, just got the S's left to do really, and look, the last turn. Now, X-Grax is slowing me up a bit here, and I'm just trying to be patient, just trying to find an easy way round. But, you know, I started to get a little impatient. I make a teeny bit of contact with him. I try to chuck one up the inside, but he does not give the space at all. Now, I did have 2 wheels on the track, and just because of that little punt he's given me, that is going to ruin my chances of winning the race. So it's going to be a 3rd position here. Disappointingly, like that was, I did quite enjoy that race, but you know, what was meant to be was meant to be. Not too far off the pace either with the lap times, so all in all, not a bad day's racing. So thank you for watching the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.